Ammo prices are dropping across the board, though not all calibers are following the same script. Some are hitting decade lows, while others are creeping back up when nobody's watching. So, which calibers are actually worth stockpiling right now? And which ones should you hold off on? In this video, we'll break down the latest ammo prices from the tail end of March 2025, covering 6 major categories: shotgun shells, rimfire, intermediate and full-powered rifle rounds, revolver favorites, and popular pistol calibers. These figures are expected to hold steady through at least the first week of April. All our numbers come straight from AmmoPricesNow.com, so you're getting real-time data, not guesswork. We'll show you where the real deals are, like 9mm still holding at just 20 cents a round, and which ones are about to slip out of your price range. You'll hear why 223 and 7.62 by 39 might be your smartest bet this spring, why 38 Special is finally affordable again, and why 380 ACP is suddenly getting expensive. Stick around, because what you'll hear in the next few minutes might just save you hundreds of dollars on ammo. Late March 2025 data for shotgun ammo reveals changing conditions among popular gauges. Prices for 12-gauge average around 33 cents, down from a 68-cent peak and above an all-time low of 18 cents. That's about 9% below March 2024 levels, when it hovered near 34 cents to 36 cents. Its year-long average is roughly 32 cents, so the current rate looks decent despite a dip in late February touching 30 cents. Some minor fluctuations linked to seasonal factors like spring hunting, but steady supply might push it closer to 28 cents to 30 cents. Many consider 12-gauge the most practical choice for consistent pricing and broad availability. Meanwhile, 20-gauge sits around $0.33 too, though its track record has been more volatile. It once peaked near 30 cents, then dipped to 18 cents in 2024. Its one-year average is about 28 cents, though it briefly hit 23 cents last April before rebounding. Today's rate is roughly 15% higher than last year, which might make cost-conscious folks cautious. Election-driven demand or abrupt supply changes could send 20-gauge higher. Those waiting for a bigger price drop could hold off until the market stabilizes. The 410 bore is around 52 cents, down from an early 2024 peak of 69 cents, but close to its historical low of 49 cents. Over the past year, it has averaged 57 cents, so a 25% year-over-year drop isn't bad. Month-over-month data suggests a slight climb from February's lower mark, indicating potential instability. Many avoid 410 for bulk buying because it's less common and more expensive. Dedicated users may grab some while it's near the floor, but 12 and 20 remain more cost-effective. These patterns suggest 12-gauge is still the go-to choice. Some see 20-gauge as a decent alternative, though it has had price swings, and 410 remains relatively high despite a decline since 2024. Timing can matter with any gauge, because election cycles and shipping constraints can alter price trends quickly. Rimfire cartridges continue to attract plinkers and small-game hunters who like low recoil and moderate prices. As of March 29th, 22LR, 17HMR, and 22 Magnum have distinct profiles. 22LR sits around $0.05, matching a stable band of $0.04 to $0.06 that is held for about a year. Compared to last spring, that's a 9% drop. Supplies are usually abundant, so sudden jumps only happen if broader factors trigger a national run. This remains the least volatile option for folks who want consistent range time. The 17HMR is about 25 cents, down from 30 to 32 cents in early 2024. That translates to a 14% decrease year over year. Month over month, it has hovered between 24 cents and 26 cents since mid-February, so there's some stability at this level. The higher cost might discourage bulk purchases, but it's appealing for those who already favor its flatter trajectory over 22LR. Availability is spotty in some areas, though 25 cents looks good compared to where it stood in Q1 2024. The 22 Magnum is around 19 cents, down from $0.23 to $0.24. That's about 20% cheaper than last year's peak. It has stayed at this rate since early February, so it may be at or near the bottom. The round gives more punch than 22LR, but it has tended to be more volatile. Those needing extra performance might stock up now. If supply remains solid, prices could hold, though strong demand sometimes reintroduces jumps. Rimfire pricing favors 22 LR for economy, with 22 Magnum and 17 HMR costing more but offering extra power or range. Each has dropped from earlier highs. Shooters who practice often can load up on 22 LR, while those seeking performance enjoy the recent price dips in the other two rimfires. Prices for 223 Rem, 556 NATO, 762 by 39, and 300 Blackout look promising for folks who held out. The 223 Rem sits around $0.38, down from $0.55 to $0.57 early last year, a clear 33% decline. Over the past 2 months, it drifted from the low 40 cents into the high 30 cents. Owners of 223 Wild or Mini 14 rifles see this as a prime moment to buy. Panic spikes often occur in election seasons, so waiting might risk missing this window. The 556 NATO is at $0.39, down from about $0.50 in 2024, which represents a 22% year-over-year reduction. A small month-over-month slide has continued since February, which is good news for AR-15 fans who want to train on a budget. Election-driven runs have historically sent 556 upward fast, so it may be wise to lock in these prices now. The 762 by 39, favored by AK users, averages 0.45, a drop from more than 0.60 earlier in 2025. That 25% or greater decline happened within the last 30 days too. It could fall further, but the market has stabilized slightly. Since 762 by 39 rarely aligns exactly with 223 or 556 pricing, some see this as a good time to load up. AK builds or ammo cans full of steel case rounds become more compelling when the price slides to the mid-40-cent range. The 300 Blackout is at 49 cents, down from 63 cents in Q1 2024. That 22% drop remains decent, though it remains the costliest option here. Month-to-month data shows a range between 47 cents and 52 cents, indicating greater volatility than 223 or 762 by 39. Suppressed rifles or home defense builds may justify the higher cost, but it's less appealing for plinking. Some hold out for a bigger dip, but election disruptions can push prices upward again at any moment. These patterns suggest that 223 and 762 by 39 provide the best current deals, with 556 close behind. The 300 Blackout sits at a higher cost, though still below its peak. Waiting too long may risk missing these relatively low prices if market sentiment changes in the coming months. Cartridges such as 6.5 Creedmoor, 3006, 3030, and 308 Winchester are easing off peak prices. The 6.5 Creedmoor is around 70 cents, down from the 80 to 82 cents range of early 2024. That's about a 15% improvement for those who enjoy its accuracy and moderate recoil. Reloaders find the lower cost appealing for gathering brass. It may not be near a historic floor, but it's still more reasonable. The 3006 stands at 82 cents, above the 72 cents mark of 6 months ago, but below a recent high of 92 cents. It remains a versatile round for hunting or older rifles like the M1 Garand. Some suspect it could trend higher if production shifts toward newer offerings. A quick purchase might be prudent before another wave of election season stress. The 3030 Winchester remains stubbornly high at 91 cents, down from an extreme $1.10, but still more expensive than last summer's mid-80 cents. It lacks the more versatile ballistics of modern cartridges, so fewer people want to hoard it. Lever gun users may buy during occasional promos, but this cost remains steep for most. It hasn't shown strong signs of dropping into a friendlier zone. The 308 Winchester, at 69 cents, is a notable improvement from its average near 84 cents last year. That puts it close to its historical lows. Many value 308 for its widespread availability and proven performance across bolt and semi-auto platforms. It remains a well-rounded solution for many tasks. Given potential supply disruptions, now appears favorable for 308 owners who want to secure extra ammo. Among these heavier cartridges, 308 offers a combination of stable supply and lower cost. The 6.5 Creedmoor has come down enough to catch some attention, 3006 keeps inching upward, and 3030 sits high with limited prospects of a big drop. Election volatility can quickly affect everything, so paying attention to current trends helps avoid sticker shock later. Revolver cartridges follow their own patterns in 2025. 38 Special, 357 Magnum, 44 Special, 44 Magnum, and 45 Long Colt Each occupy unique niches. The 38 Special is near 37 cents, stable over the past year, sitting between 34 cents and 38 cents with occasional dips. It's a bit lower than a year ago, so regular shooters or lever gun enthusiasts might appreciate the mild price. Some have found deals in the 20s when overstock occurs, though that's not guaranteed. The 357 Magnum hovers at 43 cents, up slightly from the 40-cent zone it held in 2024. 3 cents extra doesn't sound like much, but it can add up for those who enjoy frequent Magnum sessions. Despite the bump, 357 Magnum remains a favorite for defensive or outdoor revolvers. It may not fall further unless overall conditions shift. The 44 Special is about 59 cents, a bit below its mid-2024 level, above 60 cents. It actually dropped under 40 cents last summer, then climbed again. Smaller production runs and niche demand drive this pattern. A return to the 60s could happen if stocks tighten. The 44 Magnum is now 60 cents, down from 70 to 72 cents in early 2024. That's the lowest in over a year, possibly tied to retailers clearing old stock. Those who hunt or rely on big bore backup may see this as the right moment to grab extra. The 45 Long Colt sits near 64 cents, roughly the midpoint of its 58 cents to 65 cents range. It briefly dipped to the low 50 cents last July, but that didn't last. Cowpoke nostalgia and low-volume production keep it expensive. Unless a surplus appears, it may not move down soon. Some fans buy in smaller increments to spread out the cost. Revolver ammo costs vary a lot. The 38 Special is a better deal now. 357 Magnum is edging higher. 44 Special and 45 Colt stay expensive, and 44 Magnum has dipped to a friendlier spot. Specialized calibers can spike suddenly if supply falters. That's why many wheelgun users like to stay ahead on ammo rather than risk an unexpected climb. Popular defensive rounds like 9mm, 40 Smith & Wesson, 380 ACP, 45 ACP, 57x28, and 357 SIG each have unique price points. The 9mm rests near 20 cents, up slightly from a February low, but well under its older average of 33 cents. Compared to March 2024, when it hovered between 23 cents and 25 cents, it's cheaper. It may not return to 15 cents, but this level benefits anyone who practices regularly. There's no major indicator of a near-term drop, so buying in bulk seems sensible. The 40 Smith & Wesson matches 380 ACP at around $0.27, a discount from its $0.33 mark in early 2024. Fewer agencies rely on 40 now, but owners of older service pistols can take advantage of stable availability. The 380 ACP, however, rose from $0.21 a couple months ago, making a near 30% jump. Demand from new concealed carriers might be part of that. It might calm if more stock arrives, but 380 buyers may want to lock in sooner instead of hoping for a rollback. The 45 ACP sits near 30 cents, down from mid-30 cents last summer, but up slightly from a February dip below 28 cents. It's cheaper than the roughly 34 cents price of March 2024, so it's not a bad time to get extra for a 1911 or other 45 platform. A surge can happen if the election cycle stirs up concern. The 57x28 sells at 40 cents, down from 45 to 50 cents in 2024. More ammo producers have stepped in, thanks to the caliber's resurgence that resulted from new 57x28 pistol releases from Smith & Wesson and Keltec. It might hold here until panic or novelty spikes it again. The 357 SIG, also $0.40, has barely moved in months. It's a niche round with a loyal following but doesn't see big fluctuations. Its stable pricing can be a plus if you're a fan. A broad view shows 9mm as the best budget-friendly round right now, with 40 Smith & Wesson and 45 ACP offering moderate prices. The 380 ACP jumped, 5.7 is lower than last year, and 357 SIG remains in a small market. Market jolts can occur without warning, so building up a stash during calm periods may protect against sudden price hikes. This ammo update points to generally lower or stable prices compared to last year in many categories. Timing is vital, given how quickly runs begin. Historically, election fears, supply chain hurdles, or world events have caused abrupt changes. Anyone who wants to stockpile of go-to calibers should do it sooner rather than later. So that's your late March, early April 2025 ammo report. Prices are trending down in most categories, but some are creeping back up when no one's paying attention. .223 and .308 are looking solid, 12 gauge is holding strong, and Rimfire is still the king of cheap shooting. But don't wait too long. Election season could flip everything upside down. Would you want us to start doing weekly ammo price updates so you never miss a buying window? And are there any other calibers you'd like us to include next time? Drop your thoughts in the comments, then hit like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss out. Thanks for watching.